Good afternoon. It's a rainy Sunday here on the little quail farm, but we're going to do a tour of the finished quail hut. So we ended up doing a 2x4 framing with T111 siding. It's painted with some exterior paint. Clear plastic roofing. Quail need a lot of light to lay eggs. We'll have to supplement that in the winter here in our northern climate. The daylight gets pretty scarce in the winter time. But for now, we have an exterior dusk to dawn LED solar powered light on the outside there. Doesn't cast a ton of light, but just enough so if we needed to come out here in the evening, we can see where we're going. And almost works like a little bit of a nightlight for the quail, allowing them to continue to move around, adjust, relocate in the dark if they need to. And the solar panel on the right is actually what's powering Quail Cam on the inside. We'll go ahead and go in through our Facebook Marketplace storm door find. And you'll see the quail. So we did end up painting the 2x4s on the inside here. It isn't entirely necessary, but between the 1/4-inch mesh on the sides there and the clear plastic roofing, we knew we'd see them. So it just, I think, makes it look really nice. And it does protect the wood on the inside, especially towards the lower levels, because quail will poop everywhere. They will get poops in a surprising amount of places, and it's just going to help protect the wood a little bit more from any moisture. And as we come inside here, I have been asked a few times, are quail friendly? Yes and no. Obviously, you can see they're not scared or disturbed by my presence. They're used to me coming in here several times a day to check on them usually. And while they don't really want to be petted, you can see that they're really unafraid. In fact, I actually have to watch where I step fairly often when I come in here. So I do keep a bale of hay out here just to add a little bit of extra insulation around the edges of these plastic containers that I used as little nest beds. You can see there's a little lady in this one now, enjoying a little peace and quiet. Quail are ground birds. They do not roost anywhere. So that's why we have no perches or anything else that they want to fly up and roost on. They simply won't use it. They're ground birds and they look for cover, so we give them just a few places to hide. Have a regular poultry water that I found that's got a very narrow opening for the quails to get their heads in. I do grow some duckweed. It's a very, very great source of protein for these guys. Gives them a little extra green in their diet. Something fun to pick at in their water dish too. This 1/4-inch mesh you'll see, it's plastic coated wire. And we have it stapled really tight all the way around. We definitely don't want any mice getting in here. Also live in an area that's very, very predator heavy. We have raccoons and possums and foxes, several kinds of species of weasels, coyotes, bears, and we don't want anything to be able to get in through any nook and cranny. You can see we've got some rodent spray foam along the top, anywhere there was any kind of a gap that we thought even a mouse could squeeze through. Put some shelves up along the back here. I use wood shavings just for their bedding areas. We've got a screw top 5-gallon food safe bin for their feed. We do mix our own feed here at Our Mountain. There's their little duckweed garden getting some sun. These cages here are set up for when we hatch out a meat run. So we won't raise the meat birds on the floor with the breeding colony, but they can be out here. Quail are very social animals. They can be around each other, have this colony feel while being kept separate while we grow out for the meat production. Their feeder here is just a Walmart cereal tote that I have cut some holes in, and these feeder ports are specially designed. We print them here with our 3D printer. They're scaled specifically for a regular size Coturnix quail. I don't have jumbos, although we will be breeding for size. Quail are very, very messy with feed waste. They do a lot of scratching behaviors, so this keeps them from being able to get in there and scratch all the food out and waste it into the sand. So you can see they're quite happy and quite easily can get into there for their feed. One of our boys there up on top of a log that we have in here just for some fun. We've got one more tote with some shaving bedding under there that the birds enjoy using. This has become one of their favorite hides here, just an old log that stands up. You can see our prototype quail privacy screen. This is super handy. Allows the females to get away when they're getting a little too much attention from the males. But it's just on some footers there, so they can kind of tuck behind there, find eggs behind here on a regular basis, so they're enjoying that. A little bit of fake greenery for cover. Do have just an old porch storage box that I've got some odds and ends and extra quail supplies in, chick feeders, other things that we don't need right now but need to hang on to for the future. And we're very, very, very happy with the sand on the floor as a litter method. It stays very dry in here. We've got a generous overhang on the roof. But like I said, quail poop a lot, and their poop is damp. And the sand helps it dry really, really quickly. I did use shavings on the floor at first, but they just catch the moisture and they hold the moisture, and I wasn't happy with it, but this sand is fantastic. I've got a little wire mesh sifter here. It takes me about 5 minutes to essentially come through here and scoop everything like a litter box. I'm able to keep the floor very tidy for these guys. So after some trial and error, very, very happy with this current setup. It takes me, on a busy day, 10 minutes of maintenance if I just need to come out here and clean up, freshen their water a little bit, and make sure that their food stays settled in the bottom. Very, very easy to do. And last, we'll show you, for whatever reason, we have lots of places that are undercover for them to hide. They love this big metal dish. And you can see we've actually got an early egg today. Don't mind me, ladies. We've got an egg for us. Usually quail lay later in the afternoon and into the evening hours, but I guess they knew they'd be on camera today. Well, thanks for joining us here on the farm. We hope everybody has a great day.